Going to be talking about AI and HighLevel, aka our BPC system. And so we're going to be going just through some amazing features that are available, if like things that you can do with the AI. But this is just I'm just going to go over like five things. And so literally go over five things that you can do with the AI. However, there's so much more that you can do. Now, before we actually get into some things, I also want to encourage each and every one of you, if you are not a part of our community, make sure you join the community. So we're streaming on different social media, and we also have our webinar open for our members. So if you are watching on Facebook, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, go to bookprofitsclub.com. But today I'm going to be showing you some features of our software that we actually use. And this is a software, ladies and gentlemen, that I use literally every day. It's 100% what has helped me to build my business. I've used HighLevel now, I think since I feel like 2020-ish, I think they were founded like 2019. I've been using them for a long time. So HighLevel has been a tool that I have used, and I was the one who was against, I'm just being transparent, y'all, all-in-one tools, right? Because I used to feel like it would mess you up. I used to pay for ClickFunnels, Active Campaign. I used to pay for easy texting. I paid for multiple things. But then when I decided to get really plugged into the software and learn it, it's amazing. One of the things with HighLevel, though, is that they are consistently making updates to their software, constantly changing it. You can actually get your own white label through them, or if you are a VIP member with Book Profits Club, you can get your own sub account at no additional cost. And so you can join and become a VIP member, and you get a full sub account that you get to use. And then there's additional features that may come with some additional fees, just like how you use your AI. There's different fees, for using AI. So today, what I want to do is I have picked 5 impressive AI features or AI things or things you could do with AI within the BPC system software. If you do not have access to the software, if you don't have access, what you need to do first, you must be a VIP member or above in our community, but to be on these trainings, this is free. If you are a VIP member, let me show you first the first way to make sure that you get access, what you need to do. I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see. And if y'all can hear me okay in the webinar, just go ahead and type in the chat. Let me know. Let me know. Hold on, y'all. Let me see here. Y'all can hear me okay? Yep. Okay. Wanda says, yep, 2019 is when I first saw it. I'm telling you, I've been using it for a minute. And so if I can tell you it's somebody who will put their stamp of approval on this software, it is your girl. Okay. All right. So let me pull up my screen so you guys can see. I got so many windows open. So let me close out some of these windows just so we don't get confused, because I am working on a couple of different things. Okay. So first things first, I'm going to share my screen, and I want to show you where you go if you ever need support with the BPC system, right? If you need support with the BPC system. So let me pull this up, share the screen, and add that over here. Okay, perfect. So first things first is when you need support, right? You see, I've kind of updated some of the emojis. There's one of two things you can do. Number one, if you need support, and this is something where you just want to post a group like, hey, I need access or something like that. Like if it's not personal, you could post it here. That way I actually am able to see that you've submitted it as well. But you just can go right here and you can put in the question. So you see, like, for example, these questions. So Tiffany S added MIN, right? MIN. So I would have to see if Tiffany is a VIP member, right? And so our team, what they would do is send her a message. So because she posted that, I could be able to comment to see. Let's see here. Yes, join our live set. Oh, well, she's in. But do you want access the software. So she might have just been posting and saying, am I in the community? But you want to use this particular category specifically for the software. So if you have a question, hey, I need access, I'm a VIP member, et cetera, that's where you would go. And our BPC software slash system support is only here to support for software questions. So some of you guys might message our support and say, hey, can you tell me about my monthly membership benefits? They don't have answers for that. Hey, can you tell me why I can't access this course? They don't have answers for that. They are there to help you specifically with your BPC system support. If you are a HighLevel user and you use HighLevel through someone else, maybe you have it through someone else, that's cool. You will not get the same necessarily support if you are using it through someone else, right? If you are a VIP member, though, if you are a VIP member, there may be some additional options. We do offer discounted options as well to all of our members, like if you need a capture page design or automation, things of that nature. But we are asking that you are utilizing the software, of course, through us because it benefits us, right? It benefits us as well. So, anyways, let's go ahead and get into this. So that's where you go, and then the second thing that you can do is you can also send a message. So you can go here to members, and then you can search software. And when you search software, you see BPC software support. So what's about to start happening, guys, is literally we're also about to have another person joining in that's going to be BPC member support. So if you have questions about your membership, this is where you want to go. So you're going to click chat and you're going to say, hey there, and message our support, and they will be able to help answer any kind of personal questions that you may not want to post publicly, right? Does that make sense, everyone? If that makes sense, just type one in the chat, type one in the chat. So Marshawn, Bertha, Ron, Shay, and Wanda, plus I think who else? Just type one. Just want to make sure y'all can. Okay, cool. Perfecto. All right. So let's go ahead and get into what we're going to talk about today. So we're going to go over 5 impressive things that the AI can do. And so I'm going to show you these things. I actually asked the AI, what are 5 things that I can actually show you guys that will be really, really fire, right? And so I am going to show you how to utilize this within the BPC system. Also, let me just say this as well. If you are a member of the community, and let's say you're VA, you want your VA to plug into these trainings, you can have them join Skool for free. You can join Skool for free and participate on our Wednesday trainings for free. This is for everyone. So they can come in, and if they want to ask questions as well, they can, which we will open it up for Q&A. When we open up for Q&A, though, I will shut off the live stream because this will be just, members' questions. And so I'll shut off the live stream on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. But we will open it up for Q&A if you guys have questions about anything, right? Okay, so first things first, AI that holds real conversation. So I don't know if you guys know this, but our software, this was one of the first things that it came equipped with, was to be able to create conversation with your leads, right? And so the only thing is, though, that you actually have to activate the conversation AI tool. Now, before they came out with some of these automated chat AI features, we had to kind of like program our chat AI to be able to properly converse back and forth. But now we can utilize a feature much quicker to get us straight to creating our conversation AI. So I'm going to share my screen in the software. And so as you can see, I'm logged into my account, and there will be different features that you guys will see. You'll see Ask AI, you'll see AI Studio, and you'll see AI Agents. Now, how many of you guys have heard, you might not fully understand what it all means, right? But you've heard people talk about having AI agents. And if you've heard that, just let me know, right? AI agents are going to, of course, be things that agents that can do stuff for you on a weekly or daily basis, right? They'll be able to consistently do things. The great thing is that just like how you guys might utilize ChatGPT, or just like how you might utilize Claude or any of those different AI agents, Within our BPC system, aka HighLevel, you can actually utilize these agents just like you do chat. So, like, if you just want to solely, which I would encourage, once you find like your favorite AI tool, like you really want to use that the most, right? Because you're programming it, you're teaching it, and the more that you teach it, the more it can be effective. So, you could literally, this could be your new chat, Ask AI, your new chat GPT, right? And so the first thing is you have to make sure that your AI is enabled. Now, starting September 1st, there is going to be a monthly fee. I don't know if they're charging right now, but if you do not see the AI available, let me show you where you need to go first. And if you still don't see it, then what we're going to do is we're going to go into the Skool community, and you're going to then submit a message to our BPC software support. Does that make sense? So if you do not see it today, what I want you to do is, once we get done with the training, is, but you have to follow these first steps, okay? You then want to send a message to software support, okay? So we're going to go here to settings. As a matter of fact, let me just let them know to join in. I forgot to let her know. So, hey, webinar we are doing right now. Oh, you know what, guys? I'm glad I just messaged her and thought about this, because I don't think I am recording. Let's record. And on and Skool. Okay, perfect. So we're now recording. Perfect. Okay, so what we want to do, the first thing we want to do is we want to make sure that our AI is enabled. And so the first thing is you can go to settings. And when you go to settings, you're going to scroll down here to where it says labs. Labs is where you want to go to see what all new beta things that they're releasing. And so if you don't see it, this is the first place I would check, is scroll down here to labs, and then you're going to scroll down to look for all the different AI things. Or you can just simply search AI. And what I'm going to do, you see the voice AI. This is fire. Look at this. Send WhatsApp message action. So it can like send voice AI calls to people in WhatsApp, especially for those of you guys who are doing business internationally. This may be an amazing feature, right? Okay. And so you want to make sure that you activate your AI tools that you wish to be able to use. Conversations AI. Yes, we want that on. Voice AI, S2. I haven't even tried any of the. I'm like, when I tell you the thing about HighLevel, baby, they always got something new. Okay. And so, but keep in mind, this is not free. So when you turn on these prompts, eventually there may end up being a monthly fee for this, or you can pay as you go. Okay. So you want to make sure your AI features are on first. That's the first thing. And then once you turn those on, then you should be able to see your AI tools. Now, if you don't still see that, again, what you're going to do is you're going to go here to Skool, and you're going to then send a message to the BPC software support and say, I do not see the access to the AI. Now, you have to, again, have a sub account with us in order for us to turn it on. So you'll just simply send a chat message, or you can, of course, post directly on the timeline. If you post directly on the timeline, the reason why, the pros and the cons, especially if it's not personal, I'm able to see it as well. So in case our support is not available, because they're not available 24/7, it might be something that I or one of our other team members can assist you with. But if you do message support, you do need to know that you might have to wait 24 to 48 business hours, depending upon, or 24 to 48 hours, depending upon when you message them, because they do not work every single day, every hour, right? Does that make sense? So anyway, so you're going to submit your support ticket if you do not see Ask AI, AI Studio, or AI agents, okay? Now, what we're going to do first is we're going to go over here to the Ask AI, because what we want to do is to create a conversation AI. Now, before when you wanted to create a conversation AI, what you had to do, y'all, is let me go to here to dashboards. I'm going to go over here to settings. Shucks, it might even look different all the way because you would have to go to your phone system, and then we would have to go over here under phone system. We would have to go over here to actually let me just double check real quick and make sure because they've moved so much. It used to be yeah, it's not over here. So it might let me see if they still even have it over here because they might not. Well, they would have to. They would definitely have to, even though because not everybody's going to set it up the same way. So phone system, let me see, voice. Here we go. Let's see, voice. No, they've moved it completely. So messaging, let's see under messaging. So no, this is just setting up your initial messages and stuff like that. And so what it used to be something where you would set up your voice agent like right here on the front page. But now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and utilize Ask AI to create. Oh, here is it conversation? Nope. We're going to do Ask AI to have it to create a conversation AI tool. So, all I'm going to do is I am going to literally real conversation AI, voice AI is I am going to ask it to help me to make and turn on a conversation AI. Okay. So I want to create a new conversation AI and voice AI that will talk to those who have registered for my um webinar using the form for darn, I forget the name of the form for speaking webinar. All right. And so I'm just going to start off with that. I just want it to create a new conversation AI with and voice AI that will talk to those who have registered for my webinar using a form. So we're going to just start off with that, something real simple. And while we do that, I do need to figure out where it's at because I know it used to be like right here. But anyway, so as you can see, once you submit it on the right hand side, it's now just telling you a couple things, kind of like what we're used to seeing with Chat GPT and stuff. But look at this, y'all. Look, great. I'll set up both agents for you. Let me load onboarding wizards for both and get started. Now, while it's doing that, what I do want to do is I want to open up another tab just to make sure that I have the right form because it may ask me what form am I talking about. So what happens is let me show you the webinar that I'm talking about. So how to speak on more stages.com is the actual webinar, which is my capture page. This is my hook capture page that I also need to make available to you guys as a template. I will do that as soon as we finish. But this is the site that I send all of my leads to, and I tell them to register for my Sunday webinar, right? So they're registering and they're using this form. And so what I want it to do is that when somebody registers for this form, if they happen to text me back from this particular form, I would like for my voice AI agent to chip in and connect. Now, another thing that I will have to probably do too is assign a specific phone number to this particular automation so that it's not messaging any and everybody, right? So that's fine. So we're going to go here and I want to find that form. So this form right here, I might need to figure out what the name of this form is so that then I could tell it whenever someone completes this form, I want you to assign it to this AI agent. Is everybody with me on that? Whenever they fill out the form, and you don't need to figure out how it's going to do all this stuff. That's why we're using the AI. It's going to do all the work for us. But essentially, what I am saying is that I want to make sure when someone registers for this webinar, because they now are going to receive a series of emails and text messages. If they happen to want to text that number back, or if they happen to want to call that number back, I want the AI agent to answer it for me. Type number one, if that makes sense to you a little bit. Type number one, or maybe number two, since I already got y'all typing number one. Type number two, if that makes sense. So what we need to do is we then need to figure out what's the name of that form. I don't remember. So I'm gonna go over here. Now that's only because I do too much. And so you guys should not have this problem. So we're just going to find the form. And so here is my capture page, how to speak on more stages. And we're going to go right here, click on edit, and I just want to pull up the form. Now, if you do not have access to this software, again, if you are a VIP, if you are a VIP member, then you get access to the software, right? So you just would send a support message. But the purpose of us doing this is so you can see what's available, what is possible. Amen. So yes, it's called to How to Speak webinar. So I can go, this is the name of the webinar, the form. So when I go back over here to where we were setting it up, I want it to connect to that particular form. How to Speak is called the How to Speak dash webinar form. So what channel should this conversation, look at this, y'all. It's literally asking me, well, how should they, like, what channel should it connect to? I wanted to connect to my text messaging. But the only thing is, I don't want it to be an AI agent for all the numbers. So we'll see. And then I also would like for maybe it can reply back to email. Now, do y'all know that if somebody sends you a DM on your Facebook business page or your Instagram page, that you can set up an AI agent to converse back and forth with them on the communicate. Like it can talk to your people on Instagram and Facebook. Did y'all know that? Isn't that fire? So you can literally train your agent. So if somebody sends you a DM, you can have the agent to go back and forth with them, not you. How many of y'all know y'all need a little help with that? Anyways, now the only thing is, yes, Dawn. The only thing is that, or Ron, that was Ron that asked that. The only thing is, y'all, is that it only works for Facebook business pages. So not your personal page. It has to be like the quote unquote, the like page, right? So, anyways, I'm just going to set it up to connect with my SMS and my email in case they reply back, right? Now, how should the conversation AI respond to registrants? So, I want it to be more of um to start off, I kind of want it to be like maybe both draft replies that I can approve before sending, just to kind of teach it on what to respond. Because sometimes the AI agent may get a little bit doing too much, right? So you can do this where you can say, I want you to draft the replies and then let me approve it first. And then once I trust that we've trained you right, then you can just go on autopilot, fully hands off. And so, what is the main goal? Now, remember, these are people who have registered for the webinar. And so I want to make sure anyone who has registered for the webinar does not miss it, and that they know they need to join in to the Skool community in order to watch the webinar. They are also going to walk away with action steps they can plug into right away, and also let them know that I will create an opportunity for them to work with me directly. Something like that, right? Also, I don't want them to yet be able to schedule a call unless they actually attended the webinar. So this is important. Okay. So now I'm just going to answer that, and boom. And so now it's going to go ahead and work on doing what it does, right? Now, it hasn't asked me though, like what form or what webinar. So I want to make sure that like when it starts to generate its responses, that I just confirm that it's connected to the right form, right? So let me kick both wizards simultaneously. Here's the full plan. So it's going to break down what the plan is. And so I'll just double check to make sure that, hey, you have, like, what form are you checking from and what number? So these are some things that I want to make sure that they get correct. But now it's literally creating this whole thing. Before, when you wanted to create a voice agent or a chat agent, you had to go in and do a whole lot of communicating, typing, programming, things of that nature. Now, all we have to do is literally just go in here and tell it some things. Now, while it's generating this chat agent for me, right? I am going to look at one of the other cool things that it can do. So we'll let this stay open. We'll let that set and forget for now, and we'll come back. So now we're going to go over here and we want it to create some generate a full blog post. Now, how many of you guys know that and I'm just going to kind of update this in a different way, where I'm going to do this. I'm going to create not necessarily a blog post, but like an email that we can use to send out to our leads. So how many of y'all know when someone joins your email list, right? So that means they subscribe to your free giveaway. They want to be a part of what you're teaching. It is our responsibility to make sure that we are actually in contact with our list. But many of us are like, well, I don't really know what to send out to them, right? And so, what I want to do is I want you to literally create an email that can go out to your list of people who have subscribed and they attended the webinar, but it's something like following up post the webinar. So, first thing, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell it to look at this page right here. And so, I'm going to open up I'm going to tell it to look at this page right here, right? So, this is the registration page. But then what I'm going to do is open up a whole nother chat or a whole nother tab so that we can then create a new chat for it to make an article for us or an email, right? And ooh, watch this. I'm going to test this out too. Watch this. So share the tab. So I'm over here and I'm going to go over here to Ask AI. Now, before I even get into this, I'm just going to do a one-time thing. But once you have created a one-time email, you can actually turn that into an agent where you can say, listen, every morning, I want you to send an email only to people who are opening my emails and give them an additional tip post the webinar. Like you could literally just do it all right here. And so how many of us know, like if you were to try to do that in Chat GPT or do that in Claude, you have to now connect all these other things and do all the things, child. Who got time? I can literally just tell right here in the software, I want you to compose an email to go out every single day at 9 a.m. for every single person who attended my webinar, but also only to those who are actually opening my emails. Like, I don't want to keep sending emails to people who not participating because that costs you money. It might cost you a penny, but it costs you money, right? Isn't that cool? So can you create an email? Watch this. Create an email that will follow up with those who attended my webinar from this page. I'm going to paste it in. I want to create some sort of value, giving them tips on gaining visibility, because you want to make sure with your follow-up emails, ladies and gentlemen, you want those emails to give more value. And then I want to invite them to schedule a call, an interview call with me. Notice I'm calling it an interview, what is an interview call? A sales call. An interview call with me to discuss their goals and how I can help. I want this email to be about 400 words with the call to action. Okay, you see, I kind of messed it up and everything. That's okay. Boom. So now, like the way that you talk to your agent, by the way, because I don't know how many guys of you actually really use Chat GPT or use the other. You talk to it like you would a staff member. You talk to it like you would someone that you have hired to do work for you. Does that make sense? And so you want to make sure that when you are given these instructions, like don't overcomplicate it. Just like how you would talk to anybody, you're going to talk to it the same way, right? And so can you add in my calendar link. It's for a discovery call. Let me see. I'm asking if it could just do it itself, like add the link. If it can, I must hopefully it can find it. And so let's go look at my calendar. So look, it's looking at my calendars and it's going to try to find it. Now I've created this email. So let's read what it came up with while it's doing that. And then we're going to go check on the other task that it's working on. So it says, "Hey, first name. First, thank you for showing up to get booked, get seen, get paid. The fact that you carved out time to invest in your visibility says everything about who you are and where you are headed. Now, let's make sure the momentum doesn't stop here. Here are 3 tips. Pitch yourself before you feel ready. Isn't this good, y'all? This is good. Show up where your audience already is and treat every appearance like a business meeting. These aren't secrets, these are habits. Now, here's your personal invitation. I'd love to sit down with you virtually and do a visibility strategy interview call. This isn't a sales call. Actually, it is. Well, we could just, no, it'll still be a sales call because it's a real conversation. But it's a real conversation about your goals, your message, and standing in between, because our discovery session script, it literally asks a ton of questions, right? Spots are limited. Click here, and here's my signature. Also, update my signature to have, watch this, signature to have. So I'm going to go to my email real quick because I have like a specific signature that I want it to include. Okay. Okay. Let's see if I can just copy and paste it in. Okay. And then here are the different calendars that it gave me. Let me pull up your calendar. So it's the visibility strategy session. That's not it. Book info session. That's not the right one. So let me just go ahead, because the visibility, that's for when somebody has become a visibility client. So it's going to ask specific questions. So let me go to my calendars, or I could have it to create a new calendar. I say, can you create a new calendar and call it the visibility interview call, and assign Taria Avant to be the one to do the calls, which is me, right? Um, that's okay. It said it can't do it. So I'll just update it later in a second. So I wanted to create a new calendar. So let's see if it's creating the new calendar, right? Let me look up Taria's profile, get the right assignment details. So it's now doing, like, literally, guys, you don't have to sit here and try to do all these things yourself. So now, while it's working on that, let's go back to the other one that we had it building out for us. Let's see here, creating our voice. Look at this, conversation AI BPC webinar engagement tool, and then the voice AI BPC webinar voice AI, right? And so must join. So these are the key behaviors. Both agents remind registrants to go to visibility into profits. I want them to go to www.bookprofitsclub instead of visibility into profits. All right. Also, what number is this assigned to? So I want to make sure it's only assigned to one specific number. And so what I'll do is I'll update the automation so that it only connects to that, or I can just tell it to. I can see inbound number. I can answer. So I want to make sure it doesn't do it for all of my phone numbers, because you can get as many numbers once you are A2P approved. So what will happen is when you then have someone register for your webinar, you can then create an automated series and have a specific number assigned just for that particular webinar, right? And so now it's going to connect the phone number assignment and everything. So you see, I'm literally running 2 different tasks at the same time. Isn't this cool, y'all? Look, so it's got let me look up, please review and confirm. So should I go ahead and create this? Yes, please do. Now it's creating a whole calendar, and it's going to connect it to that email. Are y'all still with me over here? I'm not going to be able to go through all the different features. We'll just use these two for today. Next week, we'll go over some more of the additional features. So now look at it. It's redoing the entire email, and it's going to add in the link for the visibility interview call. Did y'all see me? Look, it updated my signature. Yay! Look, it's got the link here. So, would you like to save this as an email template, or look at this? It's ready to send to your webinar attendees. I would actually like to see if you can just email it out to all who attended the webinar, um, people who submitted the form before last Sunday. That is, and the form that we found, it was called, what was the name of the form? It was like speaking webinar, something like that. Or something like that, because I don't remember, right? So now what I want to try to get it to do is, instead of me actually making it an email template and sending it out manually, I want to see if the AI will just send it for me on my behalf, because I don't feel like doing all of that. Everybody type that in the chat. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. Now, if you have a VA, ladies and gentlemen, this is why you need your VA to be watching this training, because now when they see, oh, wow, okay, we can have a daily email be set up as an agent, because we haven't even created the agent yet, but we can have the email set up through the agent. And now I can make sure I have an email going out every single day. Okay, so look, it found the form, you see, how to speak. And then I said, anybody that submitted before last Sunday. So now what I wanted to do, look at what it's doing. AJ, you see your name, right? AJ, are you still here? Because AJ submitted the form before last Sunday. So that means AJ may be one of the people to receive the email. Look, I've got the form submissions. Let me collect all the contact IDs. So now it says, so now it's going to let me know, once it gets all the list, what it needs to do next. And I'm going to literally say, yes, I want you to go ahead and send it. Guys, come on. Tell me this is not amazing. And then what I can do is I say, awesome, what I want you to do. And now I can create an agent and say, I want you to do this every single day, which right here is your AI agent. Maybe you just want to do a one-off email for today. No problem. Right? Does that make sense? A one-off. So 7 submissions that it's going to submit out, even though I don't know if that number is correct, because I'm sure I got more than that, but that's okay. We're gonna run with the 7, right? So now it's going to, it says, since the total is 7 and page 2 is empty. I don't know. We can ignore all this stuff. We'll wait to see what it says over here, because it's going to auto fix itself. So while that's running, let's go back over here to this voice agent that it's building. And so now, can we use both agents to use instead of, so confirm, update both agents to use Book Profits Club? Yes, update that. Great. So now it's updating it. And then I need to make sure it assigns it to a specific phone number. So if somebody calls a specific number, so let me go here into my settings so y'all can see, because I have different phone numbers. So I have right here the phone system. Hello. And I've got different phone numbers right here. And so maybe if I want to add another one, or I could just make one be for my agent. So I'm going to make this one. And what I have to do, though, is I have to make sure that this is going to be for my agent, right? So I don't need to assign it to anybody here, but I'm going to assign it in an email, so that when the people that register for my conference, they'll get this number, right? So I'm going to make sure that I'm going to go to this automation, and I'm going to go find that automation that I did for the webinar. So let me go find that webinar automation. Here it is. So when someone registers for the webinar, it starts sending them all these details. And so what I do is I'm going to go here to settings, and I want to update my phone number to be the number that I just pointed out, this 470. So boom. So now people are going to start getting text messages from this number. And I want to make sure as well that this is the number that is assigned to those bots, right? So it doesn't, so if somebody calls this number, I don't want the bot to answer on this one or this one. I only want it on this one. So I need to make sure I tell it. So look, phone number field. So assign the phone number. Look, it's already asking. So I would like, so it's telling us what to do. So you have to go to voice AI and then BPC webinar voice and look up. Let me ask it. Can you assign it? Oh, it said, if you would like me to look up your phone numbers. Yes. Can you just assign, I want to use the number, and I'm going to paste that number in. Boom. So instead of me doing all of that manual work, oh, y'all not seeing it. Let me share my tab. So right here, it said assign a phone number. It said, and it was telling me like how to go do it. The voice AI. That's what I was telling you. I don't see where the voice AI is anymore, but voice AI. And I said, nah, can you just do it for me? So look what it's doing. Look what it's doing. And my voice AI agent is Jessica. And if I want to go in and update some things about here, look, it gave me the link right here. So I could literally click right here and update my voice AI agent. So watch this. We're going to open it up because I don't know what she sound like. I don't know none of that. So look, it's already done all the programming for me. So this is good. Like I don't have to do any of this. Before, we would have to populate all of this stuff. What a blessing. So I can go here though if I want to change Jessica to somebody else. And so let's see if I want to hear like other voices. So here's Dakota.
The 90s were fun because it was a time full of new trends, creativity, and pop
Ooh,
culture.
I like Dakota. We don't even got to go further. We going with Dakota Honey. So we're going to save her voice. I love Dakota's voice. Her voice sounds really nice. And so, but they have so many different voices, y'all, that y'all can use. We're going to go ahead and click save. And then we're going to go back to this particular action. And so it says anyone who calls. So if somebody calls this number right now, 470 681 9801, please don't just call it though. Because listen, I don't want y'all just calling just to call. But if you do, she is going to confirm that you have access to the school and remind you to join into the community. Now, most people won't have this number typically because this is not the number that I give to everyone. This is generally going to be the people who have registered for the webinar. So we know for the most part, anybody who calls that number, they're probably calling it because they registered for the webinar. Does that make sense, everyone? So now, did we do any kind of programming? Did we do any kind of editing? No, we literally just created this entire training telling it to create two voice AI agents. We started off with this simple prompt and it walked us through the rest. I'm going to drop this in the chat for everybody and you can update it. And then it's just going to go through and ask you. It literally made everything for me with this simple, easy prompt. Is that cool or what? Is that cool or what? Now, if you're watching on live stream, you have to be in the community, darling, which is where I dropped the prompt. So the community link is Book Profits Club. We're about to wrap up too. So we're going to open it up for Q&A for anybody in the community. So we do have a couple people that are watching on other platforms. So if you want to join in, this is where you need to go, bookprofitsclub.com. Let's go back over to, because we got another one that's working. So remember, we also instructed it to send out emails. So look at this. So now it's gonna, should I send this out now? Also, we wanted to make sure that it only sent it to people who were engaged, right? So it's saying, listen, we've got 4 contacts. Your next stage, immediately, I'm going to say, yes, please send. And so if Alfred is still here, I don't know if he is still here, you can let us know if you got the email. So now it is going through and it's literally sending it to the best quality people that's going to invite them to get on a call. Are y'all with me? So again, we didn't even go to the agents or the studios yet. The agents, oh, can't wait to show you that too. And there's so much more that we could do. I literally only touched not even 1% of what you will be able to do utilizing these AI features right in the BPC system. Like you could literally have this AI tool to create all your social media posts, right? Like say you wanted to do, because right now everybody is doing the I'm not calling it reels. Why I can't think of what it is. You know, when you carousels. So you can do some carousels. You can have it to automate all type of stuff, y'all. It's just literally you can have it to create your capture page, all type of stuff, right? So would you look at this? Would you like me to set up an automated follow-up sequence like reminder emails a few days later if they haven't booked yet? Of course we would. Yes, please. So y'all see that? So if that person, I've sent the email and they still ain't booked, it's going to create an automated follow-up sequence that I now can use for all of the future registrants of my webinar. Are y'all with me? Okay, so we just created two different tools utilizing the AI feature. Let me go back over here. So we have this right here. If anybody calls this number, they're going to be greeted by my AI agent. Matter of fact, let me just test it out while we here. Let's call and see what they do. Let's see what they do. Okay, speaker. It's calling myself, y'all, because I have it forwarded to my cell phone. So let's see if it's going to answer. It might not because the way I just did it.
Hey, what's going on, Book Profits Club?
Hold on, I got to turn on the thing. Hold on. I just called and it went to my voicemail. How do we fix that? So you see, now I know how to do it, but I'm just going to ask the AI agent, the AI to do it, right? And so I'm going to ask it to do it for me because I don't want it to call the voicemail. So we have to actually go into that phone number and turn off it to call like forward to me. Because right now I have that number set up to forward to my cell phone. And so for this, because it's our AI agent, we don't want it to forward to the cell phone. We want it to answer. We want our AI agent to actually answer the call. Okay. And so I'm just making sure that it fixed that. So the next time when we call back, our AI agent, whatever her name, what was her name, Chad? It won't Jessica. We changed Jessica, right? So she pick up, our new agent picks up the phone. Oh yeah, Dakota. So Dakota can pick up the phone. Yeah, thank you, Ron. So that Dakota, I noticed something important is inbound active is showing as false, which is likely why calls are still going to voicemail. Let me get the support team to confirm the fix. What? The support team. You mean the AI team, baby? Yes. Come on, AI team. Appreciate you. And so now it's going to fix it so that now if somebody calls that number, the AI agent is going to do what it's supposed to do. Wouldn't that be fire, y'all? If like, and then let me tell you what's so dope. Something I don't know if any of y'all have ever thought about this. And then I'm gonna open it up for Q&A. So, in the software, we can create an automation that will literally call someone. So it'll call you automatically and then it can leave a voicemail, right? But that means you can now have the AI agent call out to people. So you can have your AI, voice AI, literally call your list and say, hey, listen, I'm AI, but don't hang up, da 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 da, etc. I wanted to confirm, right? Would you like help enabling? So let me see. Can you just do it? So that it only talks to the agent. I might have to manually, but we'll see. Talks to the agent when they call. So another thing too about AI is that sometimes AI will try to act like it's a little lazy and don't want to do certain things. No, I'm always like, no, can you do it? I will go back and forth with the AI because I know it can do it. So I'm like, nah, can you do it yourself? Can you do it? There's got to be a way for you to do it. What are the ways for you to do it yourself so that I don't have to create any additional tasks outside of just talking to the agent? Now, if it gets to the point where it's too much, I'll just be like, okay, forget about it. There is a way where you could turn it off real quickly so that you don't have to do it. But you can always ask the agent. So if the agent's like, no, this is what you need to do. Well, can you do it? Or what are the ways that you can do it? How can we connect? I'll finish it with this while it's working on that. And because I do want to give you some time for Q&A if you guys have any questions, I want to finish it with, dang, I forgot. I just lost my train of thought. Oh, the reason why I absolutely love the fact that they have this AI tool within our software, again, I just want to reiterate, is because it allows for us to no longer have to connect other tools, right? So you see, it's still trying to make me do it. So calls fall through voicemail. So there's no API, so it claims. So let's just go ahead and do it real quick. And I'm going to show you how to do it. Super simple. So let me go to, I'm gonna pull up a new whatchamacallit. Let me go to a new account. So dashboard. So we want to go to settings. We want to go to phone system. And then we want to go to that particular phone number, which is the 470 number, so that we can remove it going to the voicemail. So let me go right here and go here to edit. And then we want to go to call forwarding, and we want to turn voice. We wanted to go to voice. Oh, we got to, how do we do that? Hold up. It won't let me select it. Inbound call routing. Hold on, y'all. Because normally I would just go right here. Go right here and change it. Let's see. Excuse me, guys. All right. Inbound agent list. Agent voice AI. I don't see. So here we go. I'm here in the agent voice AI list now, and this is the one it just made for me. And so I'm going to just see if I can select right here. I really don't want to have to go through all this because I don't want it to complicate anything for y'all. No, that's not it. Change it to voice AI. Route calls to voice AI. It won't let me change that. So maybe that's why, because mine is not on for whatever reason. So right here, you see like where I can change. Oh no, that's backup. No. So we don't want that. We don't want to select the team member because you can assign it to a team member. We don't want to do that. We want it to go straight to the AI. No. Incoming. No. Say. Well, we'll figure that out and I'll update you guys. But it should not be this difficult. Hold on. Call routing. I don't see that. I'm thinking though, with your when you guys create a new phone number, you shouldn't have the same challenge like I'm having because I connected it a specific way. But yeah, so once I figure it out though, I'll just shoot a video to everybody that was here so you guys know. But route calls to different destinations. No. We don't want that. We just wanted to go straight for the VA. Inbound message. Inbound messaging. Or inbound voice. Let's see. For that phone number. And then maybe our software support can help us out and figure it out. She can figure it out. We'll have a video for you guys soon. All right, y'all. Well, for now, we're going to wrap it up. Once I figure out how to turn that back on, which I'm pretty sure is super duper easy. I'm just really like doing too much. Over here in the, let me see. Let me check one more other thing. Y'all know, child, it's going to irritate me. So, because you see how this number is assigned? I want to assign the number. But it looks different now. So system prompts, phone call. Oh, here we go. Boom. Enter the number to receive a call. Oh no, this is testing it. Deploy. Here we go. We have it right here. Numbers in the pool is set up. Manage numbers. But we want the voicemail off. Deploy. No chat widget. Nope, we're not using a chat. Manage the number. Okay, y'all. Well, we'll figure it out. I don't know. This is something that I've set up. So it shouldn't do that for you guys when you're doing it because you'll be utilizing a number that you have not already been using. You'll get a new number. Maybe call connect. Let me turn that off. That's probably it. Turned off the call connect. All right, you guys. So I turned off call connect. Maybe that'll help it and then it won't do it anymore. Let's see. Because it did. No, see, it's still ringing to my phone number. That's why. That's why, because it rang to my phone number, y'all. And we don't want it ringing to me. Call connect. All right. Well, we'll figure it out. But pretty cool. This AI agent, by the end of the day, y'all, if y'all did call the number, you're going to be talking to my AI agent. All right. If you're watching on social media, again, guys, if you want access to any of these amazing tools, softwares, all the things, you join bookprofitsclub.com. As long as you are a VIP member or above, you get access to the software. You just simply need to reach out to our support and we'll make sure we get you set up. We're going to go ahead